BLACKHAWK Tactical Duffel Bag. Let's go. So here it is in all of its glory. This is a $100 duffel bag from BLACKHAWK Tactical. And pretty much the reason we're talking about this thing is I actually get a lot of people asking me about my Savior bags. So Savior is the bag that I use for my rifle cases. And once you know it, we open this bad boy up and this beautifully fits 2 Savior rifle bags. They stack in here very nicely, right? And in case I need to be Batman for the weekend, I have my poncho, my Hazard 4 poncho. This can all fit in there. Anything else that you would want for concealment. Even had a pair of Carhartts in there. All of this will fit in there. You get a good amount of room to work with here if it's fitting 2 of these rifle cases. The important thing is it's going to at least hold the weight of what I have here. We're going to talk about the limitations of this bag. It's not all gravy, right? There definitely are limitations. It's part of the reason why I have these bags here. So this is a bag of 7.62 by 39. This bag's about 100 pounds by itself. As you can see, this handle broke already. And this one just has an armor plate in it and some 5.56. These bags together come in at about 130 pounds, and they have overweighed this bag. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Along the way, there's some good features on this thing. You have these straps, right? There's 3 of them. They come out right here, right? So if your bag is bulging a little bit, you can strap it down into size, right? I have both my bags in there right now, and it's functioning, right? You can see our wheels are a little bit bowed out. That's going to happen on these roller bags. The important thing is, from my testing, if you keep it under 100 pounds, you should have no problem rolling this bad boy around, back and forth. Now this is loaded up with both of my rifle bags, fully loaded, including all of the gear that I need for each rifle bag to swap things out, make things work, extra accessories. We also have a wonderful side pocket here. You can fit another rifle into the side pocket if you want. I'm using mine for just magazines, hearing protection, stuff like that, right? I got AK mags and AR mags in here. Seems to work just fine. Again, you do have enough room there to put a rifle in right here, or maybe some sidearm business. Yeah, inside the bag you also get straps to strap things in. You get like 2 dividers that are velcroed and snapped in. You can take those out. I've taken them out in order to fit both my Savior bags in there, but you can get some compartments going in there depending on what you want to fit in here. You're getting a good amount of space, you know, for the weight that it can hold. I think it's fair, especially for $100. Obviously, they didn't want some serial killer just buying these bags up and throwing bodies in there, so they made a 100-pound limit, I guess. I don't know. But I think, you know, that's going to be the big limiting factor here is weight, depending on what you're buying this bag for. If you got the bright idea that you're going to store a bunch of ammo in this, it's just not going to work. The wheels are going to snap. They're going to break. You can get to the wheels inside the bag. In the bottom corner, there's a little cover that pops off and you can see the wheels. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to run a steel rod, you know, from one of the skates to the other one, the wheels, whatever you want to call them, and maybe strengthen that up a little bit, make it a little more rigid. You could probably hold some more weight. Honestly, though, I think for $100, 100 pounds is fair, right? And you get a good amount of space in here. So I'm keeping this bag. It's working for me because it's holding up both the Savior bags, obviously, and you know, some extra stuff that I can fit in there. Mine's coming in at about 100 pounds, and it's working so far with the wheels. So you might even be able to keep your wheels straight if you don't overload the bag, right? It does have carry handles on each side. That's one thing I really liked about this thing. If something happens to the wheels, my oldest son can grab one side of this bag, I can grab the other side, and we can get it loaded up into the truck, and we can get the hell out of Dodge. I think this might be a good choice for a lot of people that are thinking about maybe storing some firearms. Most people only have a couple rifles, and you might just need to pack everything up and move it without screaming to the world, hey, I have a gun bag. Even these Savior bags, the reason I like them so much is they don't typically look like gun bags, but somebody well educated in the art of pew pew will probably know that you have a gun bag. But in these duffel bags, it could be anything in here. Yeah, I think this is a good way to store them too, because, well, it's kind of hard to target just some random bag sitting in a closet put away somewhere if you don't know what's in it. With obvious rifle cases, there's obviously a rifle in there, or a really expensive tennis racket. Either way, they're going to want to steal it. So I think this thing's cool because it'll let you just pack up a few rifles and go, right? Or anything else that you want to put in here, as long as it's around that 100-pound limit or below. Bag stands up great. We have one of these, of course. This works, right? And a lot of people are going to be buying this just to, pack up a bunch of stuff and take it through the airport. Again, as long as you're under that 100-pound limit, I think this is going to work just fine going through the airport. You can see mine, even though the wheels are crooked, this thing's still rolling like a champ. So I think it's going to serve its purpose for what I need it for. And at the price point, I don't think you can beat this for $100, right? And yeah, for those people asking about the Savior bags that I use for my rifles, this goes with them very well. They go with it, however you want to look at it. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they fit so well. They're like two Lego pieces that lock in there. So do with that information whatever you will. It's a good bag, and just be wary of the weight limit on it, right? So there it is. BLACKHAWK, born from experience, made for the mission. Oh snap. Hope you enjoyed. I got some more content coming. We're going to be talking about some different gun builds, some AK stuff, and we're going to be looking at different optics. I got some sweet stuff in the mail. Make sure to tune in and sub if you don't want to miss it. Good stuff just over the horizon. I'll see you on the next one later, everybody.